7 client behaviors emerging from COVID. I'm dropping the 19. Just going COVID.
COVID, yeah. The Rona.
But I guess there could be a COVID 20.
There could be. There will be.
There will be.
Yeah.
Prediction from... We don't get too many predictions from Nicole White. Look at that one. There will be a COVID 20 someday. All right, 7 client behaviors.
This is Realtor Magazine.
This is Realtor Mag. We're giving them some love because we gave Brad so much in the first racket. So I'll run through them real quick. Number 1, buyers are in a rush. Number 2, wish lists are shifting.
For sure.
They've got a beautiful chart here. Let's pop that up so people can see the chart for the wish lists, and we're going to go over that in just a second. 3, buyers are less concerned about commutes. You agree with that one? Is that a racket?
No, I don't think it's actually a racket at all. I think that as long as, because a lot of people are working from home.
Yeah.
So as long as, I think people are putting a cap on, okay, if I need to go into the city or go somewhere, my cap is 2 hours to get there for that one day.
I agree. People are pushing out their commutes, which to me tells me there's going to be more sales in the future. Because people are going to get sick of those commutes in a year, 2 years, 3 years.
They're going to go sell. And then who's going to buy them?
This is a good thing for us. Number 4, multi-generational households may grow more common. So people are, including their family. Right. You're seeing that still? I'm not seeing it as much as I was in the past.
I don't feel like I'm seeing anything different there.
Nothing different there for you. Number 5, pets could drive purchase decisions. They always do.
They really always do.
If you're a pet lover, you're a pet lover.
Yeah.
If you're not, you're not. I don't know anybody that's not, though. Everybody loves a good pet.
Yeah,
Number
you
6,
like your pets?
A first-time buyer could wave could emerge. A first-time, we're definitely seeing that.
For
Millennials are coming out in droves. Young adults are waiting longer to get married, it says.
There was another interesting article, too, that I had sent you that sort of relates to that, though, too, because they're talking about... Because
in the 80s, 75% of first-time buyers were married. Do you agree with that? I know that's a little touchy subject before we go on number 7. 75% of first-time buyers were married in the 80s. Dave Ramsey, who's a financial guy, he says you should never, ever, ever, ever buy a house with somebody...
First-time buyers
unless you're married to that person. Do you agree with that?
I bought a house that I wasn't married to.
And you're still married, so that you kind of debunked Dave Ramsey. But I would agree with that. You shouldn't buy... If you're dating...
I think you need to live together, though, before you get married.
Of course, you need to live together, and I agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm saying, but live together on rent, as opposed to live together, buy, then you break up, now you got this house to sell, and it could,
Or maybe just the other person buys it out. I mean, I don't know.
I think it's practical advice to be married before you go and buy together, personally.
Okay. Unless one person is buying it in their name.
Well, that's right. Yeah, I mean, my wife and I weren't married, and I bought 3 houses, 19 and 21. They were all my name.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Keep them separate bank accounts. You know what I mean?
Gotta.
Also, NAR has seen a rise in roommates. Anyways, we're seeing a lot of first-time home buyers in the millennial sector. I said we were going to go quick. This isn't quick at all. Number 7, housing tenure could fall. This one's interesting to me.
It's very interesting.
Is this a racket?
I don't think it's a racket at all. I think that especially right now with money being so cheap, I think that with people, like you said before, they're also shifting location. So something that was originally sort of their 10-year plan or their 20-year plan is changing. Or if they want more space, or they want to get someplace that has more land. I mean, everyone's ideas of housing has certainly changed.
Over recent years, homeowners have stayed put in their homes longer than they have in the past. An average of 10 years, which is longer than the traditional 6-year average. Americans are not moving longer distances like they did in the 1980s, although we're starting...
we are seeing that shift.
That shift now. As cities urge stay-at-home restrictions during the pandemic, consumers may start to question whether their home fits their current needs.
Absolutely.
So if they bought in the city 3-4 years ago, boom, they might be selling right now, trying to sell, getting out to the
Or if they're now
burbs.
having to work from home, though. Originally, a home office wasn't all that important. Their children are now home if they have kids. I mean, I think everything is shifting. I think everyone's mindset is shifting.
And these low interest rates are, very conducive to people moving around more.
For sure.
Which they're saying the low interest rates could stay for a while, so that could...
I think they'll be around for a while.
The change in homeowner tenure could be one we see coming soon. That is from from somebody very important.
Very important. Melissa?
No, Jessica Lotz, the NAR Vice President of Demographics and Behavioral Insights, and that's where all this information came from. Let's go back to this chart real quick and just talk racket, not racket.
Okay.
Maybe we can pop it back up here again. In general, have your clients changed what home features are important in a new home due to COVID? Check all that applies. So 65% of agents said no. The search criteria is about the same.
Yep.
So 65% of your buyers, is their search criteria unchanged from what it was before? Would that be over 50% of your buyers have their search criteria been not changed at all, or would it be less than 50%? They're saying 65%
well,
unchanged.
I think what's interesting is I don't know that they've necessarily changed, but what they're saying that
is
they
important.
Want like a home office, that is definitely the number one thing.
That's the next thing. 24%.
I don't know that home office was ever on the list, but
high.
Right,
no,
but going
no.
through the house, it was always like, oh, this could be my office.
It was kind of a throwaway item where it was like, sure, a nice home office. We could use that space as a home office, but it wasn't like today where it's like, I need a home office.
Right.
Yeah. So that one's up there, 24%.
Yes.
Space to accommodate family. So I've heard this, visitors, adult relatives. Mm-hmm. Pets. How often are we going to talk pets here? All right.
Well, more personal space. Definitely yards. Yards are growing.
Yards and larger homes.
Yep. Oh, yard for exercise.
I've heard exercise rooms and maybe basement where you could put a home gym.
Gyms, yeah, but not the yard. But definitely
not
they
up
want
here
yard.
Because winter is coming.
Yeah.
Even though I made an Instagram post that winter might be canceled, but that was
canceled?
That was more talking about, I think the market's going to be strong through the winter. I think it's still coming and it's going to be very cold, and you wouldn't want to be.
I'm certain it's going to be cold.
You wouldn't want to be doing your workouts outside, would you?
Well, no.
In like January?
No.
No.
I don't really like to do workouts at all.
That'd be terrible in the Northeast.
I don't think I'm looking at a house for that. Acreage.
This one, I actually think this should be higher. 8%.
Which one?
Broadband internet access. That's a racket. It's much higher than 8% for us because we have so many New Yorkers that are like, what's the internet speed? Who are the carriers? I've had that question so many times.
Really? People are asking you speed?
In the higher price range. Like the couple I was working with from New York recently.
Huh.
Internet speed is very important because think about they're going to do two home offices. No, it makes
complete sense, but I didn't realize that people were picking homes based on speed.
Yeah, because
Jeepers, I need to know do I need to know my gigabyte?
Ness doesn't know yet, but she's going to be doing a blog on internet speed here locally because we need to get that information. To Brad's point,
wow, I feel like I need to read about it.
We need to arm our consumers with the information. We need to have that blog on internet speed because a lot of people are asking that question. I think this is a racket. I think it's way more than 8% of people. If 24% of people are concerned with home office, the next thing is I'm hooking up internet. It needs to be fast. It needs to be fluid.
Interesting. And they're not going to pick a house if it doesn't.
I mean, if I was working from home 100% of the time, it didn't have high internet speed, I would not pick that house.
But isn't there a way for you to like we have boosters in our house?
No, there are some towns in Connecticut where you have one carrier option, and they don't offer high speed. Like this office that we're sitting in, we're lucky.
So it wouldn't necessarily be the house. It would be more the town. It would be a location.
It would be the location.
Okay.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the necessary house, but house within that location. Correct.
Yes. Okay.
This office that we're located in right here, we have the ability to pay through the nose and go fiber optics if we wanted to, which is the highest, most uninterrupted internet speed you can get.
Yeah.
In the game.
Yeah, you doing
fiber
it?
Fiber optics. What does it mean, Sam? Fiber optics. Sam says it means high speed. All right, acreage 8%. I'm hearing acreage more than 8%, but we're very rural, so acreage is up on the upswing. Pool. Is this a racket? 8%?
Pool's huge right now. People around our area are actually wanting just to rent pools. They don't even want the homes. No. They want to just rent someone's pool.
But that trend's going to die in about 4 weeks when September comes.
Of course. It'll all be over soon.
Nobody's going to want a pool in September anymore. Yep. Safe place for packages, Dorman, 3%.
Interesting.
That's just weird.
Anyway, that was a fun one to go through.
That's a good one. That was a very good one. We'll link that up, Realtor Mag. You can check that out on your own.